If you've ever wondered what the Disney cartoon version of the Titanic sinking would look like, this won't really answer that too much.
A lot of people died, huh? The truth of the matter is that those missing persons were never really missing. It's all a misunderstanding.
That's right, kids. Did you have a great-granddad aboard the Titanic? Oh, he didn't die. He's just hiding. 1 out of 10.
Here's the Rose character, and there's the Jack character, who she meets this way.
Oh, gypsies.
If you see a man sniff your blood, he is by no means creepy.
Here's Jack's friends who decide to harass a man just doing his job, and Jack's friendly dog who follows up by urinating on the man. Not for much reason at all, apart from the man informing Jack that his dog should be on a leash, presumably so it doesn't piss everywhere. And the bad guy's introduction.
The exclusive worldwide whaling rights.
Not to mention the hand of his darling daughter.
There's nothing in the world that counts besides money and power.
They tried to murder thousands of people just to get a whaling permit?
This mouse expresses from afar his sexual attraction to the human female, which the other mouse finds pretty confusing.
Not. I mean the blind and left.
I hate to be a spoilsport, but I would like to draw to your attention the fact that she's a woman and you're a mouse.
Well, there's one thing I'm not, and that's a racist.
She's not of a different race. She's of a different species.
If you try.
She's upset because she has to marry the obviously evil guy. She doesn't want to, but her dad and stepmom want her to. Not much is expanded on that front, I guess, because it's such a blatant rip-off of the Cameron plot point, which in and of itself isn't really that original either. Not that it has to be, but it means to really differentiate yourself, you've got to do something new. Like magical moonbeams in your tears making dolphins talk to you.
I don't believe it. I can understand them. You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water.
The film stops itself cold to explain how Elizabeth can speak to the animals with her magical moonlight tears, but then show multiple other humans just chatting away without any reason.
I have a message from the boss.
Hey, me and the boys are ready to go into action anytime you say, guy.
This shark is wearing a prison outfit even though he's free to explore the entire sea. He just likes the outfit. The mice team up with Rose.
Oh, he's scared we're friends.
Totally.
Then Rose's father accepts that she won't marry the obviously evil guy, even though she's expressed that sentiment to him many times and he said she has no choice. But it's the right time in the film for him to accept it now, so he just does.
Thank you.
Which leads to Jack rubbing the glove on his face for a long time.
Glove fetishism is a form of sexual fetishism relating to gloves, referring to sexual preoccupation with gloves of various skins.
So Jack's dog and the mice decide to lead the lovebirds to each other, and they can't see each other for ages, even though they're directly walking in front of each other. Then they dance romantically. And then they dance unromantically with the talking animals.
They indulge in a painfully long dance sequence.
Word gets round that the evil guy is evil and means to sink the Titanic. His henchman gives the telegraph guy a message saying they've acquired worldwide whaling rights, so they should start murdering those fucking whales. So the mice decide to chew through all the wiring on the Titanic indiscriminately in order to prevent the message from getting out.
Not only is the movie offensive to Titanic victims and historians, it will also offend people who care about science. And probably magic.
The sharks convince a particularly stupid giant octopus to throw an iceberg at the Titanic. It has no idea that they're tricking him, even though they seem to know each other very well, and I can't imagine the sharks have been kind to him in the past. Anyway, he's happy to have made a friend and has a good laugh with him.
I can't wait to start.
You're terrific, kid.
And they kidnap his dolphin friend in plain sight. Tentacles, the giant octopus misses it because he's too busy hurling icebergs.
Tentacles, the giant octopus, throws an iceberg into the Titanic's path. This is not what happened in real life.
So Rose's dad is held at gunpoint and forced to sign his last will and testament and the whaling rights to the more obvious than ever evil people. They escape the Titanic just before it hits the iceberg.
Captain, iceberg!
Dolphins tried to free the Titanic's rudders, but the sharks hold it in place. So, I mean, like, we haven't strayed too far from history yet.
Imagine if the reason the planes hit the World Trade Center was because a big octopus threw them.
We get a bit of a sense of reality here as humans are rushing to the lifeboats. We see peril on their faces, and for a moment we're reminded of that actual tragedy where 1,500 people lost their lives. And then...
Oh my goodness, we cut the wire!
That's against every rule in the
So the mice go and retrieve their fat mouse friend Camembert, who's rescuing bits of cheese from the rising waters in the dining room. So blind is his love for cheese that nothing else matters until the gravity of the situation is explained to him, and he offers to weave his mustache into the telegraph wires in order to send a message out to rescuers. He's having a great night.
What a hero.
Yeah, he's dead, and he died in a way that you really can't feel sad for him, so it sort of protects kids while confusing them. It's just too stupid and ridiculous to feel anything deep.
A mouse who's endowed SOS signals through his mustache. WTF?
Jack and Rose rescue the old dad with the help of the talking mice.
But that's a mouse.
She promises to explain later, but no reason will be good enough. Tentacles' dolphin friend tells him that the Titanic is splitting in two, so he has to hold it together so everyone can get off. And he does. He's grown significantly since the last time we saw him.
Depending on the scene, Tentacles is either about 3 times the size of a great white shark or almost as big as the Titanic itself.
And just like that, the tension is over. Tentacles has pretty much wrapped stuff up, but he explains he shouldn't be thanked. He's a kid that was tricked into causing an international tragedy by those bastard sharks. Everyone is very understanding.
Thank you, friends.
How can we ever thank you, Tentacles? You're a hero!
Now little kids are going to think a giant octopus threw an iceberg in the ship's path because it was tricked by an evil gang of sharks.
Tentacles sees the captain of the Titanic sinking down with the boat, which he's holding so it doesn't sink. So he lets go of the ship so the captain doesn't drown, thus meaning the Titanic sinks. And he drowns, and an image of his lifeless body is shown for quite some time after we once again see Camembert being electrocuted to death.
The heroes who gave their lives for the rest of us. God bless their memory.
Do not believe the hype. Go and see this excellent film. 10 out of 10.
It's party time now. So many more could have died. Jack and Rose get married, and one of the mice gets married too, to a mouse that hasn't been featured in the film, so we don't give a shit about, or that she's marrying our guy. Who the fuck is she? Then Camembert and Tentacles show up alive, and everyone dances. Then it ends.